All right, Capricorn, welcome back to the Mirrored Veil Tarot. Today we'll be reading for you for Capricorn. This will be for the week of July 10th through the 17th. We're going to see what's going on with you and your person, see where you guys are mirroring each other, where you guys are syncing up, and where you're not syncing up. Let's start by cleansing the cards and setting silent, mindful intentions. Ooh. Cards are sticky today. Okay, Cappy, let's see what is going on with you for the week of July 10th through the 17th. The heart of the matter, ooh, the High Priestess, deep knowledge, intuition. Crossing you is the Knight of Swords, fast information. The root of the issue is the Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. Recent past, the Eight of Pentacles. Crowning you is the World. Near future, the Ace of Cups. Okay, so you were like really buried in your work. A shift is happening. And looks like a new love offer is on the horizon. Your role, the Two of Cups. The person in your energy's role is the King of Cups. Hopes and fears, dwelling on the past. Final outcome, the Star card. That's beautiful. Bottom of the deck energy is the Four of Cups. All right, let's see what's going on with your person. The heart of the matter is the Lovers. Crossing them is the Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Ooh, Mercury retrograde. Words are hard. All right, this is not a pentacle. This is a wand. This is the Nine of Wands, which is crossing your person's, the heart of the matter, which is the Lover's card. Okay, the root of the issue is the Magician. Their recent past was the Eight of Wands, which is this fast-moving energy, this fast communication that came in. So this was something that happened to you in your past. Crowning is the Five of Wands. Struggle, fighting. Their near future is the Wheel of Fortune. Their energy is the 10. Wow. You guys really are not synced up. Your energy is the Two of Cups. Their energy is the Ten of Swords. Your energy in their read is the Ten of Pentacles. That matches up. Let's see, your Capricorn, all about that money. Their hopes and fears is the Eight of Swords. Final outcome for them is the Emperor. They've got the Emperor. You have the Star. Bottom of the deck energy for them is this Three of Wands here, which is at the root of your reading. This feels like you're moving on. Like this person's still kind of, oh, I see. Again, Mercury retrograde is heavy in your read. This is a person from the past. They reached out. You're just kind of like doing your own thing, healing from all of this. And they reached out, and it's got your head kind of like in a place. You're moving on. What is this High Priestess? Clarify that with the Magician, which is at the root of their read, the Queen of Wands, and the Devil. Okay. Crossing you is this Knight of Swords. I mean, it looks like this was a toxic relationship. It's not clear who the toxic one was, or if you two were just toxic together. I mean, that happens too. You can put two perfectly healthy people into it. Well, not perfectly healthy, but you know, everybody's got their, you know, their trauma and their triggers. But you could put people together who trigger each other, and it can turn into a traumatic thing, like, you know, a toxic relationship. Or you can put two people together who, you know, they understand each other's triggers and they try really hard not to trip them. Or they help them each other work through stuff. Really is different. Okay, clarify the Knight of Swords with Seven of Wands, standing your ground, Four of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you have an idea of how things should be. And you're very passionate about how you believe things should be. It's like a, I'm going to die on this hill kind of energy. Like, like, oh, Christmas time, you're supposed to wrap the stairwell in garland. You have to. And your partner's like, I've never wrapped a stairwell in garland before. And you're like, you have to. It's not Christmas without Christmas garland on the stairwell. And your partner's just like, well, I don't like garland on the stairwell. And it's just like, it's not getting let go of. It's a silly fight, but you're deciding to put all of your passion behind it. That's the feel of this right now. The root cause of the issue, this waiting for your ships to come in, Three of Wands. Clarify that with Three of Cups. Lots of threes, Cappy. Page of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this is giving like it's it's like you're stuck in the idea of a role, like old school, like, oh, the husband's supposed to go to work and the wife is supposed to stay home with the kids. And when the husband comes home, he doesn't do anything with the wife and the kids. He waits to get waited on, and the wife has to do everything. And it's like you need to wake up and join, the current situation, because your wife isn't staying home with the kids. She's going to work, and you have a sitter, and you're both working and you're both bringing in money. And just because you're the man and she's the woman, okay, keep in mind gender roles are fluid. Just because, or like the man's supposed to pay for dinner. Yeah, you gotta get unstuck from the gender roles. Get unstuck from the preconceived notions, because it's ruining what could be a really good relationship, or it has already ruined relationships for you, and you won't get unstuck. You need to get unstuck, Capricorn. Recent past, 8 of Pentacles, clarify that by the 6 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the 5 of, okay, yeah, so like you're thinking, well, I'm bringing in the majority of the money, I should get things. Yes, you should get a paycheck. That doesn't entitle you to any behavior from anyone else. People do not, the people in your life should not have to act a certain way based off of the number on your paycheck. Do you need me to repeat that? So like, just because you make a certain amount of money doesn't mean that the people in your life should cater to you. Okay? Understood? All right, good. Okay, crowning you is the World card. Clarify that with the Empress, the Fool. These messages. Yeah, it looks like this person's actually wanting to start over with you. Even though like you've kind of moved on, they're wanting to give you another chance. Yeah, they're wanting to start over new. There must be something about you that they see as being redeemable and worthy. Stop treating people like they're not equal to you just because they don't make as much money as you do. And also on the flip side of that, stop seeing yourself as not as valuable as someone else who's making more money than you are. Money is not worth. Money helps you get from point A to point B. Ace of Cups, clarify that with the 2 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the Moon. Yeah, so they want to start fresh with you. This past person wants to start fresh with you. They're pretty serious about it too. And you're feeling very much on the fence about it. Maybe, maybe you guys will fight again. Maybe things will work out. You just don't know. It's still very veiled in secrecy. And it really has to do with, what do you want to do? Do you want to give this another shot? Do you think that you've changed enough? Have you healed enough from what happened? Because I'm not seeing that anyone's been cheated on. And that's not the end-all be-all either. I know people who have been in a relationship where they've been cheated on and they ended up being able to work things out and have thriving relationships afterwards. That is the minority. Usually being cheated on is a death sentence. That's not for everybody. Okay, so your role here is the Lovers. So are you wanting to get back? You're wanting to get back. You're the one reaching out to this person. Oh. You reached out to them. You are the one who's apologizing and wanting to get back together. Okay, yeah, because you're coming in all like, you're my person. I love you. And you know, Cappies, you guys are. You are like salt of the earth, very loyal once you're committed. Takes a lot to get you committed, but you are just loyal to a fault. All right. Clarify this Two of Cups with the Six of Wands, the Emperor. Get that? And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you want a chance to show them that you've changed. You want a chance to show them that you can be better. And their role is they are receptive, but they're kind of withdrawn. They love you, but they're holding back just a little bit. Let's clarify that. What? Yeah. Oh, they might have somebody else in their life. Two of Pentacles, Justice, and the Ace of Swords. They want to see it. You went through karma. They want to know if you learned your lesson. And they've got somebody else that they're talking to. So you're not the only one. All right, your hopes and fears. Two of Wands. You're hoping that you learned from the past. You're afraid that the past might repeat itself. Clarify that with, yeah, the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, you don't want to be taken for granted, but you also don't want to take your person for granted because you did. You didn't realize all the good qualities that they had until after they were gone. Not until after you assessed everything after the big fight. This person is your wish fulfillment. Clarify the Star card with, yeah, Judgment. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, that's you. And that's you moving towards this person. And if you did the homework, this Karma card here will bring you your wish fulfillment. If you did your homework. If you learned from your lessons. And that's what Mercury retrograde is all about. Learning from our lessons from the past. All right, will this person take you back? Let's see. All right, let's clarify this Lover's card. That's the heart of the matter for your person. Let's clarify the Lover's card with Strength, the Chariot. Aww. They have very fond memories of you, and it took them a lot to get past everything that happened. They had to work really hard at healing from you. Yeah, because you guys were... This is your divine partner. They love you so much. And they were really, really heartbroken when all of this happened, and they've done their homework. They've had their glow up, and here you come with your fast messages and your promises of change. All right, crossing them is the Nine of Wands. So they're just taking inventory of everything. They heard what you said. Clarify this Nine of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups that's come out twice. Okay. You stepped out. Yeah. You stepped out. You cheated. And now you're wanting to come back. What you did was you spent all your time at work. You barely paid attention to your person at all. And you got entangled with someone outside of your relationship. And you took this person for granted, and they have so much love for you. Even now, after you've hurt them, the entire relationship blew up. Even now, they're thinking about it. The root of the matter, though, is they know that they deserve better. They've been manifesting a better life for themselves. As above, so below. They treated you great. Clarify this Magician with Justice. See, I was really hoping that wasn't the case, but this was at the bottom of your deck. The Seven of Swords. And there's that immature offer of love. They don't believe you. They want to believe you, but they don't believe you. Recent past, these messages, as you came in like a wrecking ball. Clarify with Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, Temperance. Yeah. They recognize you. Of course they did. And they were open because they love you. But they're also knowing that you're due a good dose of karma for what you did. All right, crowning them is the Five of Wands. Clarify that with the High Priestess, which is the heart of the matter for you. The Knight of Wands and the Moon. Yeah. So your issue is that your person is relying on their intuition heavily when it comes to you. When they confronted you about this, you pulled a classic, and I'm not calling you a narcissist, Capricorn, you're not a narcissist, but you did pull some mind game type of defense moves. Like, they were like, who is this texting you at 3 o'clock in the morning? And you're like, oh my God, how insecure are you? You put them in a Nine of Swords. They were never this. You put them in a Nine of Swords with your sneakiness. You did it. Sneaking around behind their back. Hiding out under the moon. So yeah, you know what the universe does? in these situations, they heighten the moon. When you're being all shady, hiding under the moon, it heightens intuition. So yeah. And the thing is, you know it. You know that your person knew what was going on without them knowing what was going on. Why people lie. I don't know. I don't know why people lie, because they just, yeah, your person's near future, that is the Wheel of Fortune. They are moving on. The universe is pushing them on. Clarify that with, yeah. There's that 2 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the King of Wands. Yeah. They're going to reflect on the fighting. They're going to reflect on everything that happened in the past. And they're going to move forward with someone new. But right now, all these messages have done is reminded them of what you did to them. It's like you just opened up all the wounds all over again. All right. We're going to clarify that 10 of Wands with... I'm sorry. We're going to clarify the 10 of Swords with the Hierophant, the 4 of Swords, the 10 of Wands. Yeah. When this blew up, this person was left with the majority of the burden, because that's what you did to them. You were like, I make the money, you have the rest of it. So now they had to keep taking care of everything they were taking care of before, and then also the money portion of it. And they've done a great job. They've been healing. They did what they were supposed to do. Your role, 10 of Pentacles. Did you offer them money? Were you like, oh, baby, we were so good together. I can put you in the lap of luxury. You don't have to suffer like this. I can pay your bills. I can do this. I can do that. Clarify 10 of Pentacles with Queen of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. Yeah. They don't want your money. All they ever wanted was you and love. They don't want your money. I know that's hard for you to understand that, because to you, money is love. But Capricorn, I think that's the one main thing that you have to learn, is that money is not love. Money can buy a good time, but it doesn't buy true happiness. All right. Their hopes and fears as, they hope to be able to get out of this mind fuck again, because they healed from it before, but your message is coming in the way that they did. It's put them back into like a mind fuck. They're fearing that they'll not see the red flags again, like they missed the last time. All right, clarify the 8 of Swords with, 4 of Cups, 2 of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Yeah. They want to be treated like a queen. They don't want to be taken for granted. And that's what they're thinking about is, if I go back to Capricorn, which one of these am I going to get? Am I going to get treated like a queen? Is it only going to happen for a minute and he'll go right back, or she'll go right back to taking me for granted, taking my love for granted? All right, their final outcome is the Emperor. Clarify that with the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups. Yeah. They're going to realize that all the hard work that they've put in They can get their 10 of Cups on their own, because if they go back to you, they'll still be in a 5 of Cups. Yeah. Halfway happy. Going back to you would be a compromise. They're gonna stay single, Cap. That is how the cards look for right now. So, I mean, good lessons to be learned. You, I mean, it's not all is lost. You can definitely, you know, work on yourself. I mean, this is just how the cards stand for right now. But you have to decide, you know, what's more important. Because, you know, whatever you put your attention to the most, that's the thing that's going to occupy the majority of your time. Hey, look, I'm not judging. If money's the thing that makes you the happiest, go make your money, you know? Just make sure that you're with a person who isn't, you know, anticipating that they'll come before that, you know? Let them know how important things are. Make sure to be open about it. Don't turn a blind eye to what your person wants. And then, you know, if they're not acting the way that you want them to, that doesn't give you the excuse to step outside the relationship. Nobody should ever disrespect someone who loves them by doing that. It's so disrespectful. I think it's one of the most disrespectful things you could do to someone who loves you. Anyway, Capricorn, hopefully next week I'll have some better news for you. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Mirrored Veil Tarot. And I will see you next week. In the meantime, please like, share, subscribe, and stay blessed, Cappies.